Mike and I'm an addict.
Nice.
I must say, because I do every time I do this, I hate to do this because I'm so much more comfortable being where you are and not where I'm at. I love to sit in the back of the meeting and get the message, right? Now it's me giving it to you. And I'm one of them addicts that thinks like nobody wants to hear what you have to say. You're not good enough. Nobody's going to get anything. And it's just better off if you don't. That's how my disease comes at me now. And it took me a long time to realize that I am. And I may have a little bit that somebody might get something from. But I'll get into that. My topic is, I died so I can live, a more rigorous application of the program. Not only is it a great topic, it's my life. It's what I went through to sit in this seat that's so freely given, but I had to die to be able to get there. Because in December, God willing, I'll have 3 years. I don't say that to brag or boast. It took me 12 years to get there. I did this thing for 12 years, played around with it, never wanted to listen to anybody, thought one more won't hurt. I can just do this, that, and this, and I'll be okay. So 12 years ago, I tried to get clean, and I was young. I was 20 years old, first time coming into the program, and I'm like, these crazy old people ain't got nothing for me. I'm just going to stay around to get the judge off my back, to get the family to let me go back in the house, and eat a couple hot meals, right? Because I was coming from the streets, and I didn't have that in the streets. Like, nobody wanted me around unless I had something to give them. So, the first time, I must say, like, I bought into the program after a while. At first I didn't. I thought everybody was lying. There was no way you could live a day and not put something in you. Like, I didn't get it. And I kept doing what was told to me by a couple people. And it worked for a while. Like, I got a sponsor, and I worked a couple steps. I did a couple things that were suggested. But when life hit, I ran. And I must say this also, but I can't blame it on nobody. It's my fault. But I probably had, the first time around, about 18 months clean. And the sponsors that I had at the time ended up chasing a woman to Kentucky. And I lost it. Like, I didn't know what, I wasn't working the program the way I was when I first came around. So I didn't want to look for anybody else to be my sponsor. I didn't want to reach out and talk to nobody and tell them how I was really feeling, right? I just wanted to run because life hit like that place that it goes, and I didn't want to do recovery no more. I had already, like I said, been distancing myself from the program. And so it made it so much easier just to blame it on somebody else. Oh, my sponsor left. I don't have to talk to nobody. I can do this by myself. I can stay clean. So I was going to probably 1 or 2 meetings a week, and this was with a little bit under 2 years clean. I thought I had it. Like, I thought I could do it by myself. And I ended up losing my job. And as soon as I lost my job, the first place I went, and I didn't think twice of it, was the bar. I'm not saying that wouldn't have happened if my sponsor, me and him, would have been able to stay close and like on the same road. I'm not saying that wouldn't have happened. It could have. But there's also a chance that it couldn't have. I've worked through that now. And then it's just, I did everything and anything to get the next one for the next 12 years. It was the worst life that you could imagine. Like, homeless, drug dealers didn't even want to deal with me. They didn't, at the end, they didn't even do hand-to-hand thing. They would leave it somewhere. I would have to go get it. I would have to put them, they trusted me a little bit because they would leave it and hope that I would pay, but I always found a way to pay, right? And that's when I knew it was getting bad and I was getting to a place where I needed to do something. Because when them people don't want nothing to do with you, there's a problem. Like, they deal with everybody. Let's just put it out there. They'll deal with the worst people just to get $1, right? And they didn't want to deal with me. So I'll just speed up. At the very end, this last run, how I got there, I was homeless. My family wanted nothing to do with me. My mother, the soldier, our moms never leave us. They always want the best for us. They'll always give us another chance. She didn't want nothing to do with me. My sister, the whole family had got rid of me. I was living in my car underneath the Boston Bridge. My boss found it a way that I was able to work every day. That's one thing I did do, but the only reason why I did it was to get high. And that was it. Like, my life was getting high. I thought I was going to die that way, and I became okay with it. Like, every day I got high, I was just hoping and praying that I did it the right way, and that was the last one. And it was the day before my father's birthday. My oldest sister, she come down to where I was staying in the car, and she's like, "You got one more shot. We'll give you one more chance. Come home, get a hot cooked meal, get washed up, and we're taking you to treatment." And I didn't do it. Not that day, I didn't do it. I said, "I got this. I'm okay." Now, she looked, at the time, I thought I sounded reasonable, right? Like, I'm homeless, I got nothing, I have a job, but that's only because I worked my ass off to get high, so my boss don't want to fire me. And I think I got it. Like, I could tell somebody no that's about to give me another shot at life. So I continued to use. It was probably a week, and I couldn't do it no more. Like, I could not live that way no more. And I thought, whenever I was getting high that day, I did enough to kill me. And needless to say, it didn't. The next day, the police come down, and they're like, "You can't stay here no more. We're not arresting you. We know what you do. You're harmless. We just don't want the trouble. You can't stay here no more. You got to go." So I went to the river, and I was at the river for about 2 weeks. My oldest sister once again found me, tried to get me some help. And this time, I said, okay. Like, when she come this time, I said, okay, I'll go. I went home, and I think I didn't use for 3 days. And then I used, and I died. And probably the only reason why I'm standing here is because the kid I take care of now, my nephew, found me. And found me early enough that the paramedics were able to bring me back. And as crazy as my disease is, it never wants to get off my back. Like, it still tells me to today that I can use and be fine. Life will be good. You could do it one more time, life will be good. I laugh. Like, sometimes people think I'm crazy because I could be in my truck by myself. I'm in my truck by myself a lot because I work by myself right now. So, and my disease sometimes gets on me when I'm at work and tells me, look at all the money you got in your pocket. You could go have a good time and not turn into a hopeless junkie again, living on the riverbed, wherever, homeless, That's just what it does to me. But I got some stuff in my life today that I'm able to laugh and not entertain it. Always before, like every other time I tried to get clean, I never worked the program. I never wanted anything from yous. I came into the rooms. I didn't want to die a lot of times. I got sick of dying. Death is a part of my story. I died a lot, right? Like, I OD'd a lot. And I didn't want to do that no more. So I tried to get clean, and life would be good, and I thought I had something. Went right back out the door. And now, like, I've worked a couple steps. I have a really great sponsor. I have a I'm in service. I'm connected. I know that all the struggles led to this point. Like, I was never able to get it, but I never wanted to take direction. I never wanted to listen to anybody. I always thought Mike's way was the way to go. And over the past 2 years, I've been learning my way got me there. If I'm listening to myself, I'm in trouble. Something's about to happen, and it's about to not be good. So what do? Like when I'm alone a lot, I'll get into the literature. Never did that before. I never thought I had to. I always thought that I'd get a couple months clean, life would be good, and I could use here and there. Like I could turn back into a social user how I was at 19 years old, 20, and that's never going to happen. I'll never, and that's a part of the program. That's one thing that the program has taught me. Like today, I know that I will never, ever, ever, ever just be able to put one in me. If I think I can put one in me, I'm in trouble. Because no sponsor, no support group, no person, nobody's going to stop me at that point. If I have it in my mindset that I can put one in me and I'll be fine the next day and I'll be able to keep the job, I'll be able to keep the life I have right now. Like life is good. I pay bills. This is the first time in my life. I'm 34 years old. It's the first time in my life I have all my utilities on in my house. Like I'm not running from the gas company or the water company. I'm not lighting candles at fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon so you could see. You know what I mean? I got some lights. And not just for me. Like I don't say that just for me. That's just saying that if you're struggling, it's possible. Because I thought for a long time I was the worst of the worst and I was never going to get clean. You can ask some people that are in these rooms. Like that door was a revolving door to me. I never thought like I would go to where I got. But I got there. And I'm so thankful that I did because I'm alive today. Like, since the last time I OD'd, I haven't used. And the disease is always on me. I don't care. Like, maybe that's not your story. That's my story. I don't have an obsession to use, but it's always there. Like, it's always right around the corner. And I know that just one will take me there. I can't forget that. And just, life is good. Like, if I never knew what the program had to offer. And I still don't know what it has to offer, but I'm starting to see a little bit. And that little bit makes me want to dive in more and get more involved and get more involved. But then, like, at the same time, I got to peel back a little bit and step back a little bit because in the beginning this time, like, I was so involved, I thought I was NA Superman, which I'm sure most of us do. I had 10 home groups, and I just thought I could do it all, right? And then I tried to start a business on top of that, and I did it, and it's working. And I know that the only reason why it's working is because of all of Yins. I've watched some of Yins do it and just sat back and listened to how you did it, and I'm trying to do it the same way, and it's working. So I guess all I can say is that if you want it, it's available. But it's not easy. Let's just put it out there. Recovery's not easy all the time. It's going to make you go to the hard places. It's going to make you go to the places inside that you've tried to hide for so long. But once you do, the freedom's endless. Like now I see the freedom. From all the soul searching, all the step work I've been doing, the freedom's there. Like I have a choice to wake up in the morning and go to the coffee shop as to where before I had to do something. I didn't have a choice to wake up in the morning and to be able to do something on my own. There was something telling me what I had to do, when I had to do, and how I had to do it. And I don't live my life like that today. And, I just want to say thanks for the conference. Thank you for everybody that's coming. Have a good one. And if you want it, it's there for you. And if you work the program, the freedom's there, like it promises. That's the only thing we can promise you. But if you work it, it's there. And you don't have to use no more. And like my sponsor always says, you don't have to throw no more of your life away, man. Look, if you're new, yesterday's behind you. You can't do nothing about it. Just work to be better tomorrow. That's it. That's all I got. Thank you.